Wait, me neither.
Welcome to Mere Nonsense Podcast. Uh,
I can't tell if you're serious.
I am. I figured we'd start it up. Why not?
All right, dude.
Yeah. So for those at home, they never know when I started. I just go. Sometimes it's more fun naturally like that.
When you're in the middle of a conversation.
That's true.
And Billy stuffing his face. It's okay.
Always.
I still want to eat too.
While it unfocuses on him.
I know.
Well, my roommate, I know, right? I don't know why it does that. Like, it's perfectly fine and everything else, but if I do it through Discord, the camera just loses focus.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about your roommate?
She got me these chili roasted pistachios.
Those are so good.
Yeah, I'm trying them for the first time. And they might be gone.
Kara got me honey roasted pistachios a couple days ago.
Oh, I love honey roasted so much.
One of my
They're the best.
one of my favorite things that it's normally Kara that does this. So for my birthday, she'll get like just a bunch of fucking junk. Like for my birthday a couple days ago, she got me honey roasted pistachios, regular pistachios, just several Slim Jims and some cowtails and some Airheads, and I'm like, man, this feels like Halloween. It's just I remember when I worked at the unnamed Big Green Machine car rental company. We did a Secret Santa, and my coworker knew me. She brought me Pop-Tarts because I only ever ate Pop-Tarts because I never had breakfast. I always just brought Pop-Tarts and a 12-pack of Monster.
Jesus.
I'm like, those are some of my favorite gifts. Also, speaking of gifts, Z got me a really cool One Piece jersey. Has the Straw Hat's Jolly Roger on the front, and then the Straw Hat on the back as if it was like hanging around my neck. It's super cool.
Neat.
So thank you for that, Z.
No problem.
Yeah, Brad finally turned 50.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'm so old.
The big 5-0.
The big 5-0. Maybe now I could finally drink. I was just
any problems?
Yeah, I was just telling the guys I haven't had alcohol in a long time, and I was going to try to. I have a couple Truly teas, so I stopped drinking before the hard seltzer thing hit, and I've always wondered if they'd be good or not. I usually don't like I don't like LaCroix, and I always just picture hard seltzers as like alcoholic LaCroix.
For the most
they
part.
kind of are.
Yeah.
It's a good comparison.
Yeah, but maybe a little more flavor.
Yeah, there's like a hint of flavor to it.
Okay.
Yeah, because LaCroix is just like bubble, no water.
Yeah.
Water has a taste. It just tastes like bubbles for LaCroix.
Well, have you guys ever been to Colorado Springs? They have natural carbonated spring water. That's literally it's just water fountains that you could drink, and it tastes like it's carbonated, so it tastes like Roy without flavoring. Fucking disgusting. It's the worst.
When I went to Germany, if you want water, you actually have to ask for water from the tap. Otherwise, they'll give you mineral water.
Mm-hmm. Also, ice, because a lot of places don't serve ice.
You have to ask them to put ice in it.
Beer
will always be warm.
Yeah, ice is a very North American thing, from what I understand. Like just naturally getting it and everything. Do you get what do you guys order drinks? Do you order with or without ice?
It depends.
I usually get ice, but I also usually only get unsweetened teas.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan with the amount of ice that they throw on most of the times because it's always
too much.
90% ice, 10% the drink.
This would fill up all the ice if they put ice in here.
Right?
Like that much drink.
Gotta save on those expenses,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
$1 billion company.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got Panera today, and I've been getting this sandwich for years. It's called a bacon turkey Bravo, and
Mhm.
the bread. I don't even know like what kind of actual bread it is, but they have the crust is like it's like. Have you ever had their cinnamon bagels from there?
Yep.
It's like encrusted
Mm.
with that. It's great. And then bacon, turkey, and then some like really good sauce on there.
That got me thinking. So I think
Bacon.
that's like the only sandwich
Bacon.
that I've ever had from Panera.
Bacon. Yeah.
But have you guys ever had that like raisin bread?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
The
used to
the
love.
swirl brand.
Yep.
that would be
Yeah,
like
and
cinnamon raisin bread.
I used to love making toast out of that and then putting like cream cheese on it as a kid. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I haven't had it for so long. Now I want some.
I think one of my problems with like breakfast food is I don't really like eating sweet things, especially in the morning.
Mhm.
So that's why I like savory. So I when I get bagels, I'll get like plain bagels or everything bagels. But then I put
Mhm.
I've been getting it's like a buffalo cream cream cheese or whatever, or garlic and onion or what something like that, like garlic herb or
Mhm.
whatever. I like getting those. I can't eat sweet things in the morning. I think that's where me not liking breakfast stems from.
Okay, but that stuff honestly sounds like it'd give you like the greatest shits in the world right
It
after you
does.
have them.
It does, especially paired with coffee. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
Greatest and fastest shits in the world.
I also like to
Or
point
worse.
out I have 3 different drinks that I've been sipping from since I've hit start.
Nice.
I should go make it 4 with that truly.
Tis the season for pumpkin spice coffee.
I am a basic white girl.
Anytime pumpkin spice comes out, I am too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I mean, you
the
just can't beat
first
it, you know?
time, you really can't.
It's good.
And it makes it even more, I guess, fulfilling just because it's a seasonal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say more desirable because like you only get it 2-3 months out of the year, and once it comes around, it's kind of like the McRib, right? Like the McRib isn't that good,
Mhm.
but it comes
Not good at all.
around. Yeah, right. It comes around like so rarely that I'm kind of like, I don't want to try a
just
McRib
want to
again.
try
You
it.
have to
Yeah,
get one. Every
right.
time it comes on, you
Like-
have to get one.
Right.
You could hate it, and then the next year or two, you're gonna be like, "Do I want to try to see if I hate it again?"
I know.
You can get one that's just, the McRib with 2 pickles on it, and that's your sandwich.
That's how
Right.
I was with peanut butter growing up, dude. I did not like peanut butter up until like
Really,
I think right after high school is when I liked it.
I
I
don't
love
like.
peanut butter.
I don't like things with heavy peanut butter. Like I like peanut butter. I when I make like PB and J's, I
Yep.
like crunchy peanut butter. That's actually
Yep.
like the best for me. But when it comes to like foods, like I made a smoothie the other day. It was mixed fruit, um, vanilla almond milk, and I put like just a spoonful, not even that big, but a spoonful of peanut butter in there.
Mhm.
The peanut butter just overwhelmed it, and
Mhm.
I don't like that.
My roommate, she does the same thing, except hers is kind of like it's like one of those like smoothie meal kind of things.
Yeah,
But she adds like use it a little spoonful. She adds like a globbing spoonful.
well,
Just
because I think you need a certain amount to hit your what is it like protein macros or some shit.
he just loves peanut butter that much.
Oh, okay. She's just a,
Yeah, it's
a
like-
peanut butter fiend.
Brad's
Like,
trying to
kid you not.
justify it over
Right.
here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm over here
Her-
like, oh yeah. If you're trying to cut weight or if you're trying to like maybe bulk up in a certain area, you want to add like this
Nah,
much.
fuck
You can
that.
hit
I
your
just
back.
love peanut
Oh,
butter.
let's fuck peanut butter.
Yeah. She just loves it. Her kid, it was like the first time I've ever heard of it. A peanut butter and cheese sandwich.
I've heard of that. Disgusting.
I've never heard of that before
What?
until I started living with it. I was like, that is gross. And
Right.
I walk downstairs and there's like crumbs from the bread, pieces of the cheese, and then there's a peanut butter spoon still on the counter because the kid didn't put anything away.
I can't
like-
even.
I need to call Kara out on something. I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast or not before, but have you guys heard of putting ketchup in mac and cheese?
I haven't. It's the
Yeah.
grossest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
Hannah used to do that shit.
Thank you. It's so gross. Like those are just two conflicting tastes. I don't think.
I remember doing it once when I was a kid just to see what it was all about, and like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it, but because I liked mac and cheese, I just fucking muscled
Yeah.
through it.
It's like eating peas as a kid.
Yeah. For two really good things, they just don't mix.
no, they do not. And some things don't mix.
Yeah.
You know, not everything can be mac and cheese and hot dogs.
Right, like ranch and grapes. That's weird. I don't know why that came up.
You're tipping ranch and grapes.
But speaking of ranch, you seen the videos on TikTok where they're like, I don't know, the person just like covered in ranch.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
And he's like dipping entire pieces of pizza in
Yeah.
ranch. He's like, ah, it's gross. It's
It's-
too much ranch.
You know
It is
that
too
guy's
much.
from the Midwest.
Has to be.
The
Has to be.
Let's see what-
crazy thing is, he does that. He does that a lot. So the amount of ranch that he has to go through just for like a 10 to 15 second fucking video.
He's got to have it in like the gallons. And like, does he recycle the ranch? After he uses it, does he put it in a special container so he can reuse it?
I'll spread it on myself again.
I'll save this for later.
What if he just forgets which one it is? And he's like, I got some good
Dips his
fries.
pizza
I
in
need
it.
some ranch.
See, but-
Honestly, I don't think that would stop him though, because he's already been doing these videos where he's just covered in ranch and he's filling a whole slice of pizza with ranch.
See, but like that reminds me of like, have you guys ever like just left food out for too long? Like, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have, right? But like, have you
Yeah.
ever had like a sandwich or something or whatever with ranch, right? That has been
Yep.
left out for like 3 days, and you just forgot it, and then you go back into that room one day and you're like, oh no!
Yeah.
Left out
Gross.
ranch is so disgusting.
Like, it's not even going in the trash in the kitchen. It's going outside to the trash can.
Right.
Yeah.
So that
a
reminds
plastic
me.
bag.
That reminds me of a story from when I was little. Stupid in hindsight. We painted Easter eggs at church one day, and to like, I call me like 4 or 5. To 4 or 5-year-old me, I'm like, okay, you know, these are just Easter eggs, right? Like in my head, I'm not putting 2 and 2 together. Like these are actual eggs
Mhm.
that like boiled eggs that we painted, like real food eggs. And one day, like, so one thing when it comes to smell is like my apartment has a certain smell to it, right? But I'm used to it, and it could be a good smell, it could be a bad smell, it could be a neutral smell. But you get used to your own smell.
You go nose blind.
Holy shit, I went nose blind to rotten egg. And like
Oh.
2 weeks later, my mom walks in and is like, where the fuck is that smell coming from? And I'm like, I don't know, dog. I was like, oh, here's the thing I painted. And she's like, don't open that.
Jesus.
Oh, that's the nastiest smell one of the nastiest smells I've ever experienced.
You know, on the train of nasty stuff. Have you guys seen the TikTok video of the chick where she eats like the skin of stuff? So like the watermelon, she eats the watermelon and
Yep.
then the skin.
No,
She
I
eats the
haven't.
pineapple and the skin for the pineapple.
That Z's probably seen the cowboy looking guy where he goes, what?
Mhm.
Right? So he was watching this, and the girl she takes a pineapple, she plucks it out, and she eats like this part, right? And then like this is still like the skin or whatever, and she goes naturally in one motion, and the guy just what? It's just
There's
it's like eating the banana peel. It's fucking weird.
and people do it, and it's weird.
Well, apparently there's a lot of health benefits between or for eating a banana peel. You're still a psychopath.
Yeah,
Doesn't change that.
It could be healthy. I'm not going to do it. Obviously, I'm fat. There's another person I watch. He does his skits where it's like, "Hey there, you're dead. I'm deaf. Let's get the paperwork started." He also eats mustard on his watermelon slices.
That doesn't sound too crazy
trend.
to me.
I saw
I've
that.
never
trend.
tried it, but it's like I don't know. It's just mind boggling because I've never thought mustard would go good on a watermelon slice. Like
Yeah,
to me, a
There were
watermelon
so
slice
many
is
people
nice.
that were, yeah, they were just like, how does that even mix? And then they try it, and everyone seems to like it when they try it.
See, what's crazy though, it doesn't sound outrageous to me. Like it
No,
doesn't sound
it
like something. It doesn't sound like something I would like think to eat. But it also doesn't sound like something where I would be like, oh no, I will never try that ever in my life. You know, like I will never
would've-
try ketchup in mac and cheese because I know that sounds fucking
Gross.
disgusting.
Yeah, but I never even thought of doing that with watermelon until I saw this TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ruining a perfect good
There's just-
watermelon slice.
Yeah, there's just some things you don't really think about
I don't like
until you
watermelon.
see.
I love it. My roommate doesn't like it, but she got it the other day because her kid likes it. And I gotta say, I probably took out that whole watermelon myself.
Watermelon.
Like I shared some with the dog, but you know.
What's that fruit? It's kind of like a cantaloupe, but it's not. I think it's a
Melon?
different color. No, it's like honey.
Honeydew?
Honey, do these nuts fit in your mouth, Billy?
I've seen a couple of those too. It's like Sakon. Sakon these nuts.
Are we going to Sakon? I've gotten my mom with Updog. That's a wholesome, funny one. And
What's up, dog? Not much. How about you?
Right, and it's funnier when they don't get it.
Right.
I don't get it.
You gotta tell them multiple times.
Yeah. Especially the boomers.
All the boomers.
So I wanted to briefly talk about the Jake Paul versus Tyrone Woodley fight. Sorry, Tyron Woodley.
Woodsy?
Woodsy.
Woodsy.
What? That reminds me of that kid's name from the Kingsman movie. What was his name?
Oh.
Eggsy.
Eggsy.
What a goofy fucking name.
I mean, I'll sidetrack from the topic. I fucking like the Kingsman movies a lot.
Yeah, they're really good.
Dude, that first Kingsman with that church scene
It's so
was
brutal.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. That's the biggest takeaway I got out of that movie was just like that crazy action and that one big scene.
I liked
Was
when the guy stepped
ahead.
on the mine. He started singing to get all their attention.
Oh yeah, that was the second one.
That was brilliant.
what
Was it
was
the
the
second one?
one?
Yeah.
Because
That
it
was
was the bald guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the one where the guy's like saving the princess, and she's
That was the
like,
first
"If
one.
you save the world, I'll give you a much more." He's like, "All right, princess."
They do anal at the end.
And then they're actually together in the second one.
Yes,
Which is
they are.
surprising.
Right. That was a big surprise, yeah.
Continuity.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we're gonna just sidetrack away from the Jake Paul thing, and I'm fine with that. James Bond movie out in November, I think it was announced for.
Yes.
The topic of spy films.
Something like that. I cannot wait.
I'm excited. I'm also excited for Daniel Craig to be done. No matter how much I
Yeah.
like him, I think it's about time.
I also, yeah, I'd love to see who the next one is.
Yeah.
That's another. I feel like they hit it on the nail every time they get a new character, a new Bond.
Yeah, I agree. And we've talked about it before on the podcast, but each Bond has a different like kind of theme to them. Where Daniel Craig brought a violence to him. He was a lot more brute strength and a lot more down and dirty. Whereas Pierce Brosnan
Hanky.
was was suave and techy.
Yeah.
Um,
Which that's something I would like to see in the next Bond is just like all of that combined. I don't know how they would do it, but
yeah.
a little bit of everything would be pretty cool to see.
Speaking, we talked about this briefly the other day. Speaking of kind of like changes in movies and their feelings or their like how they feel. The new Batman movie. And so
Mhm.
the people who got early viewings say
Yep.
it's more of a horror movie, and I am so down for that.
Yeah?
Same.
That'd be nice.
A creepy horror movie ish, like criminal, what's the word I'm looking for? Like crime drama type deal.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, like a crime thriller.
yeah, there you go. I would love that out of a Batman movie.
Oh, for sure. And we were like
Absolutely.
definitely talking about on one of the last podcasts about how we would like to see more of like the detective side of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Um I think, dude, that'd be great. Like, especially since it's 3 hours. Like, hopefully they stick with that 3 hour like
it
long movie. Cause
sounds like the
I
movie is pretty much done, right? Like they're done
yeah,
editing and everything.
I don't know about the editing part. I'm pretty sure that's the last thing
It's
that they
in
got to go through.
it's in post production, but
Yeah.
I don't know
But I feel like yeah, I think they're all just like finishing up like a couple touches or whatever. But
who's
yeah, that's
directing that. Do we know?
Matt Reeves, the guy behind the rebooted Planet of the Apes movies.
Did you guys like
Oh,
those?
I loved him.
yeah. I thought they were pretty good.
I
It's funny
think
that you bring that up.
I think I only watched the first one.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
In fact, we like them so much that we added them to my list for our movie night.
Yeah.
But- So
So
Nice.
you started doing movie nights with your Conqueror's Blade plan thing.
yeah, each weekend we try to do like a different thing. Like last weekend was all of the aliens, all of the predators, and all of the AVPs. Or I guess both of the AVPs. But like from Prometheus to whatever the last aliens was, from
Are
Predator to the Predator.
you starting with Prometheus?
That was the initial um thought process, but we went to just Alien, the first one, just because of like production quality difference between the 80s and
Yeah.
2018. But this one, it's been all World War II stuff. So like Friday was all European theater. Yesterday was all Pacific theater, and then today it's kind of like a mix of Pacific and European. And then since I don't work tomorrow, we'll be doing that too.
Nice.
There's some more movies, but we've got like a comedy lineup. We've got like an epic moments in history lineup. We've got like a famous actors lineup. Um,
Nice.
a bunch of different stuff that a buddy and I pretty much do. There's a Batman lineup. We're not doing all of the old ones, but we're doing the ones from like the 1989 on to include the latest Joker.
Gotcha.
But none of the stuff from like Suicide Squad or stuff like that. We don't have a DC night just yet.
Gotcha.
You know the really I like bringing this up, especially since I saw Alien for the first time last year,
Hmm.
and I saw Aliens as well, and then I just did like Spark Notes for like the rest of them because of the reviews, so I didn't really want to bother. But
Hmm.
that first one, that one came out in the late 70s, dude, and it
Yep.
still holds up.
Hmm.
That like instantly became one of my top 3 horror movies. It's so good.
Hmm.
I have never watched Alien 1 all the way through.
No. Well, how about we all have a movie night sometime? Maybe you guys come down. We can have movie nights and
Or you could do
yeah.
it
I mean,
over Discord like you do with your other friends too.
yeah, we could. It just wouldn't. It just couldn't be on the weekend. So.
Well,
Well,
Z's not available during the week.
how are we gonna be able to have a movie night at your place if we can't do it on the weekend?
Literally, it would have to be you would have to take off days during the week, Z.
Well, I
And
mean, we
that's
also
not the
started
most
at
doable thing.
we also started at like 4:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
So each day 4:30 Eastern is when I started up. So we could do stuff before then.
So that's why you haven't been streaming as much.
Yeah, I even talked about it on my stream yesterday. On Saturdays I'll probably still stream, but it'll be like during the TW or the territory war aspect of Conqueror's Blade.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably start streaming a little bit more throughout the week.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not streaming like all weekend. Because I remember what I used to do is I would just stream all day during the weekend, and God, would I be so tired at the end.
I was wondering how long it would take you to get burnt out. You went a full year streaming every single day, every waking minute you had, you were
Yep.
streaming, and now you finally burnt out at least a little bit.
It all started when I went on vacation. I
Yeah.
was like, "This is nice."
Right? I don't have to be on a camera right now. This is dope.
Damn. You're not even like big up there yet either. Like imagine
know.
if you were.
Right?
God, but it made me realize I was like, "This is why people actually have breaks in their streaming schedule." So I
Right.
never understood. I was like, just stream, just go through it. Like,
Yeah.
no, take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. That settled in very quickly when I started streaming just about every day.
Mhm.
It was one of those things where I'm like, man, I can see myself easily getting burnt out, especially right now where all of us are just kind of in a video game rut on what we want to play. Like, I couldn't imagine forcing myself to play a video game right now that I wouldn't want to play in front of people.
Right.
Like, let's say Warzone was a popular game. I hate Warzone right now with a passion. That is my least favorite game on the planet right now, and I couldn't imagine forcing myself to play it for other people's enjoyment.
So a couple things, and we're on the topic. Z brought up 0 Hour earlier. It's on
Right.
sale right now for like $7.
I just bought it.
All right, yeah, I just bought it too. I played it a little bit while I was because I'm trying to find something to play while watching the movies.
Right. Yeah, me and Scott
Because-
actually tried it out. I think all he did was training, but I played like one multiplayer game, and
Mhm.
let me just tell you, dude. So, you know, when you're used to a first-person shooter, the enemy having like red name or red icon or something above them, right?
Mhm.
There's blue team and red team. So when you're on whichever team, it'll show you that color above your teammates. And I was on
Oh.
red team in the defense. And like
Murdered your teammates, right?
I murdered one of them. Like, whoa, because like this was like a good, I don't know, like 20 seconds into the game. I'm just
Oh,
like, how
God.
the fuck did they get in here so fast? So I take one shot, and then like dude walks away, and then he comes back, and I just light him up. And he's just like,
Oh.
"Are you fucking dumb or what?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Is it round based like Siege?
Yes, it is a lot like Siege,
Okay.
just a lot slower pace.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the multiplayer stuff yet. I played the training. I went through the training, and I did that a couple times. And then I did one mission. And I gotta say, my worst thing is looking at my fucking feet for those tripwires.
Like the walking itself, you know how in Siege with the keyboard and mouse, how you're walking, I don't know what button it was for you guys, but you hold on to Alt while you're walking and you walk
Slows you
even
down.
slower.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is the regular walking speed in the game.
Yeah,
in
yeah, it's
Zero
a
Hour.
real slow
because
movement.
it's very they're literally they tell you that before the game starts. It's like we're trying to implement a slow tactical combat type of game
Okay.
to make it more methodical, more like it has you at the edge of your seat trying to like
Mhm.
think 24/7 what could possibly happen.
They're
Yeah,
leaning.
it's
Yeah.
just leading with Q and E.
There is
It's-
also a cool feature which is also dumb. Like it's just kind of hard to get used to for anyone really, but like so in the pre-phase you kind of have to set up your weapons, you set up your whatever, your utility
Loadout.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when everyone's done with that, you see when you're an attacker, you see the map layout
Yep.
of wherever you're attacking, and you can have like a little drag line. They can be like,
Yep.
oh, I'm going through here, I'm going to turn left through here, and then I'm going to make my way up here, and I'll wait for your guys' signal, and then we'll all push in, type of shit like that.
Yep.
So your teammates can see your line.
Yes, and you can
Yep.
see your teammates as well.
And I'm assuming it's based off color or something. So like,
Yeah.
I'm the blue guy. You could see me.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
And you can keep looking at that too, like while you're in the game itself. I think if you hit like T or something, you can actually it'll pop it up so you can see it.
How does the gunplay feel?
Like easy version of Tarkov,
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
because
Go ahead.
it's not as like smooth as like any other FPS you're used to either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's really the only thing I can compare it to when it comes to the gameplay.
Got a lot
I-
of recoil.
I have been wanting to play Tarkov recently, and I know I'm gonna hate it if I download it again.
I just asked Billy earlier too. Is like, but you love Tarkov because he didn't like
Hate
Hunt
that
Showdown,
game.
Yeah.
and he's like, I hate that game.
I was telling
Like-
Z. Or, go ahead.
just to clarify the amount of hours you put into fucking Tarkov and say that you hate the game.
Yeah.
God.
I
I got that game like since 2 years after it came out.
Yeah. My thing with Tarkov is I think I would like it a lot. Like I could learn the different ammunition types and like, what goes on what gun, all this other shit. Just give me a fucking mini map. That is the one thing that would make the game more enjoyable for me. Only a mini map.
Maybe. Well, so I don't know if you know this. There is actually a map option. You have to buy the map from the therapist, and then you should be able to like use it in game if you bring it.
But does it tell you where you are?
No, that's the whole point. You have to know where you're at by referencing.
And that is what I don't want. I don't. I could put 100 hours into the game and still not memorize customs. Like you could obviously after 100 hours you could be like, oh yeah, I'm like somewhere in the vicinity of the train yard. But like
Mhm.
the first, like, I don't want to spend the first 50 hours of me playing that game trying to figure out
Learning
one
the
map
map.
out of the like 9 maps that are available.
Mhm.
Granted, one of the maps is literally just a warehouse, but whatever.
Right. 50 to 100 hours of literally just trying to learn.
Mhm.
And there are other games that are similar but more enjoyable to do so. Like, so me and Z have talked about this recently to the extent of Siege. Like, gunplay is simple, right? Headshot is a kill. Body shots, it depends on the weapon, whatever. There's destructible environments. There's reinforcements. That is the basics of the game. But then you dive into what walls do you reinforce? What walls do you create rotates? What walls do you make punch holes that you could see? All like if you ever watch pros, they will literally
Mhm.
have the 2 bombs on the first floor, and they'll set up 2 or 3 people upstairs with like small holes that they either punch or shotgun through to see through the entire map, right? And that is another 500 hours of learning the game of where do you set all these things up, learn your call outs, learn what counters what. I enjoy that more though because that's kind of like a chess game to me.
Mhm.
I mean, in the process, I feel like it's more enjoyable too because it's not the difficult learning curve that Tarkov has.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
even just getting used to the recoil of one weapon is a lot more ridiculous in Tarkov than it is in Siege.
Especially with the different attachments.
Yeah.
You change one attachment and suddenly you're shooting in the sky.
Every single gun has worse recoil in that game than the C-27 or
Yeah, Buck's weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Buck's automatic rifle that's got like the worst recoil in the game.
Next to, well, actually, they're nerfing who? Zofia right
Uh,
now? Or Ash? One of the two?
okay.
They're nerfing
Well,
one of those guns. I think it's Zofia. They're nerfing the recoil on that, and they're making it kind of crazy.
mm, I don't think it could be any worse than Buck's for attacking wise, at least.
Aside from like the SMG-11, right? But
Yeah.
or I haven't tried the SMG-11 recently, but old SMG-11.
Start their feet and hitting the head.
Yep. Well,
Dude,
how many
Day
times?
One SMG-11 was so much fun though. Like you could actually handle the recoil and just destroy people's lives with it.
How many times have you in, and it could be any video game, but I think Siege is very prolific, where you're playing against someone who's obviously not a better player than you, but they have like Buck's gun, and they shoot you in the dick with the first shot, and because of the recoil, they get a lucky headshot because they're not able to control it. That happens so freaking often in games. One thing that I pride myself in shooters is I am excellent at flicking. I will be 100% accurate with the first bullet. The second that second bullet comes out, I'm missing every shot. Like I've gotten better, but my flicking skills are bar none. You know.
You want to talk about crazy depreciation, Billy?
Boy.
The fucking carrying, the backpack that Billy had when Modern Warfare first came out.
Oh my god.
Dude, Billy was literally carrying the team all the fucking time. And then we take that, however, a few months break before Warzone comes out. We go back to before we even get into Warzone 2, we go back into multiplayer with people and he just
whipping everything.
Just couldn't do a damn thing.
I got a flick on him. I just wouldn't even hit that first shot.
It was because you tried to do Damascus and you tried every gun instead of mastering one gun like you did when the game first came out.
What's trying? I did do it, motherfucker.
He did get Damascus.
Hey, there's more guns in Modern Warfare right now.
Yeah, fuck that.
The cost of being a good teammate. my thing with Call of Duty. Go ahead.
I was like, I remember I'd run an M4 with the Predator barrel.
Yeah.
The shotgun undermount.
Yep.
My secondary would be the 50 cal sniper rifle. Both would have thermal scopes on them, and I'd just sit and I'd chill like on whatever that cave map was, Azir Cave.
Yeah.
I just sit in the back with my sniper rifle. Pink, pink, pink. Someone's coming up, shotgun. Oh my god.
I hate it.
And then people are like, what is that fucking build? Oh yeah, I got options.
Right. I actually, that specific M4 loadout that he had was what I used to get my first Warzone dub.
Nice.
I was there when it happened too.
Yeah, because it was me, him, and Chris we don't play with anymore. But like, they were both dead, and I don't know what happened where I just needed I could only use his weapon.
You're out of ammo, so you picked up mine.
Yeah. And then like I get really close to someone and I bring out his shotgun undermount. I was like, why is there 0 ammo in this fucking thing?
It happens every time it drops.
Yeah, but then I managed to get like the last like however many kills to win it. So after that, I was just like, all right, I need this loadout. I need to do this. Let's go.
Billy, do you remember that clip that I got from your channel? Because I think I stopped streaming for the night and I played like 1 or 2 more games. We were in prison and all you see from your side is me just going, fuck you! And I just... I ghost the chopper into a team of 3 that we have been in okay, so I think we were in a like 10-minute gunfight with the same people back and forth. We just keep downing each other. We keep knocking each other's armor. This went on for 10 minutes. And finally I went for the chopper. got the chopper, and then nosedived it and squad wiped them with just drop the chopper on them. And I lived. I ghosted it, and I was able to float away to safety.
That was the
Man.
funniest shit ever.
We had some goofy ass clips when
Yeah.
we would all play together. Like, oh man, perfect, because we were at this house, and I throw the loadout right in front of the second floor window. Brad lucked out. He jumped out first. He jumped out first from the second floor. What's up?
Okay, well, I was gonna say the crazy thing is with how me and Billy both jumped out, I should have been the one to die because I jumped out of the window as the package was dropping, and I clipped through it, and Billy jumped after onto it.
After it hit the ground, it's already on the ground, and I jump on it and I die. And Brad literally goes through it. I was like, "What the fuck?" Remember that time that that Mango drove the fucking he was driving the Jeep around and he ran into the loadout, and as I slid, it went over my head.
Man,
I love the loadout physics. I don't know if you still can, but you used to be able to take an Origin shotgun, and while your teammates were getting the loadout, you could shotgun it and push it over onto them and kill them.
I think they fixed that, but yeah, that stuff was amazing.
That's boring. I miss when I enjoyed Warzone. That was so much fun the first few months it came out.
Right.
All the Cali stick runs that I tried.
God.
Oh man.
Remember when there was jump scares?
Billy was at his best when the doof was around.
Doof.
Before that became the meta too. Billy jumped on it.
Yep.
And
you're the one that told me about it. I was like, all right, doof, and then it was switched to Cali sticks.
It was one of those things where I just made a joke about it that Billy was the attack dog because I would down someone and Billy would just rush them, and you just hear nothing but doof.
You'd see fire coming out of the other side of the building. God, we were so toxic.
Yeah, we still are. We just haven't had the. We have to wait for Battlefield to come out
to be toxic again. Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
I could already see this, man. Just Brad, the goofy ass shit that you do with C4s, man. This is going from all the way back from Modern Warfare 2 days.
Billy, when knifing was really big in MW2, I used throwing knives as well. But I predominantly use C4. So I would run around knifing with Commando Pro, and then when there was a large group in front of me, I would C4 and get triple quad kills all the time.
Oh my god!
And that is carried over into whatever Call of Duty I can get my hands on C4 with. So,
right,
it's been fun.
Have you guys seen the video of? It's someone. They're all in a squad. One dude's in a jet. Two dudes are in a tank, and the other dude's outside. And he throws C4 under the tank, and the jet comes flying overhead. So the tank's facing this way. Guy comes flying overhead. He's got a guy on his tail, and after he flies by, they blow the C4, and the tank goes up. And then the other jet's right behind him, just like, oh shit! They shoot the tank, destroy the fucking aircraft behind him.
Oh shit! No.
That's the kind of shit we would be doing.
I love in the Battlefield trailer how I forgot what the maneuver was called, right? But
the Rendazook.
Yeah, he shot the jet up into the air, got out, shoots a rocket, and then gets back in. Those are always so cool.
Yeah.
People do stuff. People do stuff on GTA 5 like that all the time. They do fun trick shots where they rocket themselves into the air as a plane's flying by, and then they are able to get the plane, and then as they're getting the plane, they somehow get through some super tight hole on the map.
Right.
I don't like GTA 5 clips, but those are Always fun
Those
to
are the
see.
good ones. One of my other favorite ones to see are this guy on TikTok, and it's the MC Hammer "Can't Touch This" background song, but instead of "Can't Touch This" it says "Pendejo." It's like
Pendejo.
the guy gets hit by a plane or something, it's like "Pendejo," and then he goes back into it. Something bad happens, "Pendejo."
It's good.
Do you guys remember Gears of War, dude? Like
Chainsawing the enemy.
chainsawing the enemy.
It-
When chainsaw battles were introduced, fuck, that was the greatest thing ever.
That was so fun.
Like
Did you
people
guys
would
ever
literally
try?
What's up?
Did you guys ever try chainsawing like after you'd been playing the game for a while on multiplayer?
What do you mean?
So like
Oh, you mean when
I
people
went
got sweaty?
so I played the first. It was like the first multiplayer game that I played, and I played it with my dad's coworkers. And when I was like new, I would always get chainsaws off every time. But as I played, I stopped doing chainsaws and started doing other stuff. Like headshots with a sniper or close range Nash or even like melee hits with a grenade. But I couldn't do the chainsaws anymore. Every time I tried to go in for a chainsaw, I'd fuck it up somehow or something. And it was like when I was a noob, I could do it, but then I just couldn't do it as time went on.
So part of it, I think the chainsaw mechanics changed between the first three significantly. Like the chainsaw in the first one, like you could kind of like Commando Pro, you didn't even have to be within like 2 feet of them. You could actually be kind of far away, and it gave you the animation of killing. Then it just got down to people like maneuvering better and using shotguns. When Gears 2 was out and like the new game, two piecing was like the 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 biggest thing to do, where you would
Hmm.
walk up melee and then quickly shotgun. Um, that pissed me
Dude,
off.
that was always a thing. Though even in the first one, that was always a thing.
Yeah.
Like
Gosh.
the biggest issue was like hosting because I don't think they did until the third game,
Hmm.
and in the second one, you could be like the fucking pussy pounder 5000 with your fingers and like mashing the B button while you're chainsawing someone like in a chainsaw battle.
Host
But if
always
they're
wins.
host, yeah, they're gonna beat you no matter what.
Oh,
and
host would win in everything though, which was brutal. Like,
because of their ping. So like they would not have the delay when it came to like sniper kills, like headshots and stuff like that. Whereas you would have to work on that delay if you were in that lobby.
to an extent, like so Siege suffers from this, but it's because of the mechanic. So in every video game, the camera is essentially placed like on your right shoulder, right? So when you are initiating a gunfight, if you're peeking with your right arm, you're actually not visible to them before they can see you, right? Because if you're using the right side, if you use the left side, they see you beforehand because there's just that
Hmm.
how the camera is actually placed. Um, Host would have something similar to that, even though it's a third person point of view. But if you're behind cover and you start to move and you're not Host is killing you each time because on their screen they're actually seeing you before you see them. And when it came to like sniper fights, fuck, you're getting your head popped off every
A
time.
lot of times in the first one, at least in the first one, a lot of times that was more of a glitch because you couldn't even see them.
Oh,
It was called corner. It was called corner sniping.
corner,
They would
yeah.
literally be able to like zoom. No, you didn't zoom in. You were just aiming down sights, and your character would still be behind the corner, or the pillar, or whatever. They couldn't see you, but because you were aiming down sights and your crosshairs were still able to like hover over their heads, you could get the headshot off.
I
And they
remember that
just wouldn't.
specifically on Gridlock, where
Yeah.
not the main circle. So you guys come into the middle. I'm picturing where I come in from the middle. There's stairs on the left side that lead to like this little L shape area. And then on the right side there'd be like this the grenades would be by these broken down cars. And then up to the right there's stairs that meet up to either like the sniper or the torch or some shit. Um, but the two snipers would sit back in the two different L shapes with the domes, and they would like jiggle peek or corner, right, and sit back there the whole game with a sniper, and they'd be able to pop you from almost everyone on the map. You'd be able to get from those two spots.
Yeah.
It's like a big dome that then leads into an L shape, and then I think on the other side there's like this little pillar set where the boom shot spawns.
Yeah, I can't remember those maps honestly.
You don't remember Gridlock?
I
can.
remember. The
I remember.
names.
Yeah, your description is.
I am picturing it like in my head. I actually see it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only game I'm also like that with is Modern Warfare. I think I could draw you or MW2. I could draw you any map from MW2.
Rust.
Okay. Okay. Here's
Look, man, they already brought it back like twice.
Man,
Fucking Rust, dude.
that was like a memory down that path. I started thinking about Killzone 2, but then I also started thinking about in Siege when they first released it, and every time you tried to peek around a corner, you'd die, or someone would
Man.
kill you on peeking around because you couldn't see them. Like
The amount of goofy shit people got away with in the beginning of Siege, like the first fucking 6 months, dude.
Do you remember trying to look into the building through a window while you're rappelling outside?
you couldn't see
And
shit.
how you couldn't see a
Yeah. Oh, the
fucking
fucking
thing.
lighting, yeah, dude. That
Yeah.
shit was
Oh.
ridiculous.
Couldn't see a thing.
Or when you hit the fucking barricade and the piece of wood like just glitches and
Stay.
gets stuck. So like you can't really peek through and see what's going on.
Yep.
I remember I used to do that just so when they hit it again, it would break before they thought, just like how people would, if it's on a window, they'd break the bottom.
Yeah. And you just sit there, you wait for them to melee at once because they're not going to expect it to break immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got rid of bullet hole peaks. If you put one pistol bullet through the wall, you can't look through it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I
You
used
can
to use that
still
all the time.
melee.
I used to do that all the time because I'd shoot a hole and I'd be like, "Oh, someone's coming through here," and then kind of like Band of Brothers or Saving Private Ryan, I'd shoot through the wall.
Yep. Z will probably know what I'm talking about. The little office area, main floor of bank, where the other side, right? So you're on defense. The other side, it's main area, main lobby, and then the 3 doors that come inside, right? And then they funnel in through the one door.
Right into the main
Mhm.
lobby.
Yeah. On the other side, opposite side of that room, there's a soft wall.
Oh yeah,
I
that
used
little
to-
cubicle office outside in the main lobby. Yeah.
Yeah, if
People used to
you
use that shit all the time.
moved at all, you're getting sniped from the outside. But if you laid down there and you put a bullet hole in there, you could see people walk through. Now I think what people do is they'll just set up a Valk cam and then they'll wait and they'll spray through the wall. But
Mhm.
yeah. I actually used to pre-fire that office area every time I came in, just in case.
Someone was usually there too.
That was
Right.
a varsity spot, and like when he started coming out with videos where he kept doing that, people were doing that all the time. That's where I learned it from.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
God, all the stupid shit we used to do.
Join us back on
Right.
Siege, Billy. We hate it.
I hate
Nah,
Siege.
he's never gonna join us.
Not on Siege, at least. 0 Hour though, or whatever it is. Is it 0 Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta play that together. I think
Yeah.
it'd be fun. Maybe run through some co-op missions and then do some multiplayer or something, just so we get the hang of it.
Downloading
Well,
it
it's
tonight.
still a 5v5 too.
Yeah,
So
and Scott has them
with-
too, so that's 4.
Yeah.
You can get
right.
one more. It's
But
on
we're-
sale for like $7.
But we're never gonna be able to play it together.
I mean,
Me, and Scott can play during the week, just after
Yeah.
like 5 o'clock his time, right?
he's on Central, right? Or is he on?
I think he's
Uh,
Eastern.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's on my time.
Yeah.
Well, he's an hour ahead of us, isn't he?
All right,
He's-
then yeah, he's on Eastern.
So we could play, and then we could play with Z like after the podcast, I
After
guess.
Scott leaves,
Yeah, we could play it right now.
we could. We could end this podcast and play it right
We could.
I think we're going to.
now.
I have to download it.
It's
I'll
like
probably-
8 gigs, isn't it?
I know who our fifth would be.
Who?
Billy's best friend.
Mango?
Mm-hmm.
The one that just jumped on fucking
Hunt?
Hunt Showdown.
Hunt?
Yeah, you guys got the notification too. Yeah.
Fabrice has been getting on Vegas all day.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. He's been getting on
I haven't,
Vegas a lot.
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
He popped in my stream the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been a busy dude.
He finished MP officers training. He got tased and all that good stuff.
Nice.
So,
I didn't know that he was doing that.
yeah, he went and did. It's called BOLIC, or Basic Officer Leadership Course.
It's a bunch of
Um,
bollocks.
You ever been
And-
tased, Billy?
I have not, no, but what they
You
do
wanna?
is no, I do not. I didn't go MP.
I do.
But they'll put,
Uh,
like-
once we hit 100 subscribers, Billy's getting tased.
100 subscribers, good
What-
luck. I haven't even
once
hit
I
50
get
yet.
once I get 1,000 hours on RuneScape,
You're way past that. Way past that.
lifetime, yes. On Steam, not even close. I only have 22 hours on Steam.
22 hours. That's it.
I
Rookie numbers, dog.
know. I'm sorry.
I can't even.
I think I'm actually gonna call it here if you boys are okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to yell, so I'll go feed him and then I'll download 0 Hour.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around.
Deuces.
Deuces. Say goodbye, Billy.
Bye.